No, it's no matter wherever you are watching our Royal Media, and today we are going to start another new class in mathematics, and today's our topic is profit and loss. Before going to start explanation or question, we have to understand some important facts and formula regarding profit and loss. And first criteria is cost price. What is cost price? The cost price is the price at which an article or an object is purchased is called our cost price. It's simply written as cost price or CP. Then go for the selling price. What is selling price? The price at which an article is sold, an article or object like a book or a chair or an umbrella is sold is called its selling price, and this sellers simply calls its selling price is P, selling price. Then go for the profit or gain. Whenever our selling price will be greater than the cost price, selling price is greater than the cost price. In this situation, the seller will be able to have or enjoy gain or profit. That means seller price always greater than the cost price, and thus we can gain profit. And then come to the point when loss, when cost price is greater than the selling price, cost price is greater than the selling price, the seller incurred a loss. It is said that the sellers incurred a loss when cost price is greater than the selling price. If one of the sellers cost price is greater than the selling price, then he will enjoy or incur a loss. Suppose a businessman purchased an umbrella with taka 500 and sell this umbrella with 400, then he must incurred a loss of 100 taka. This is the rule. Then come to the loss or gain is always reckoned on the cost price. Loss or gain, whatever the situation will be loss or gain, it's always reckoned on, counted on the basis on the cost price. It's a simple rule. Then come to our formula number 1. When gain or profit, our equation is selling price minus cost price. That means selling price must be greater than the cost price, and thus we can be able to gain or profit. And then when loss will be incurred when our cost price is greater than the selling price. That means our cost price 150 and selling price 100. In this situation, we will be able to incur loss. Cost price is greater than the selling price. Then now come to our gain percentage or profit percentage. Its another name is profit percentage. Gain into total gain. Total gain may be 50, 100, 50,000, 50 lakh or whatever the result, into 100 divided by our cost price. And then loss percentage incurs by the total loss into 100 divided by the cost price. It's our rules, law of rules regarding profit and loss. Then come to the selling price. Total selling price will be what if they are given gain percentage 100 plus gain percentage divided by 100 into our cost price. And when our selling price will be what if loss percentage was given, loss percentage is given, then our selling price will be 100 minus loss percentage divided by 100 into cost price. We always know our percentage incurred on record on our cost price, and then go for the cost price, identification of cost price. If their gain percentage inscribed is given, then 100 divided by the 100 plus gain percentage into the selling price. And cost price, if loss percentage, if our loss percentage is given, then how we can be able to identify the cost price? Then cost price equals to 100 divided by 100 minus loss percentage into the selling price. Please have a look on the board on the equation and formula to go further, move on, and ultimately to start our example. Example number 1. Our formula number 10. If an article is sold at a gain of, say, for example 35%, then what will be the selling price? Selling price will be the 135% of CP. 35% gain, that means let 100 is the original price. Then if an article is sold at a gain of, say, 35%, that means 100 into 35%, 100 into 35 divided by 100 equals to 35. 35 plus 100, total selling price will be 135 taka, and here is the result, 135% of CP. X1, 11 number. If an article is sold at a 35% of, say, for example 35% loss of 35%, loss of 35%, then the selling price will be 65% of cost price. That means if let our cost price is 100, then 35% loss, that means 65%. 35% loss, that means 35%, and 100 minus 35 equals to cost price will be 65%. Here is our answer. Here is our another formula. Formula number 12. When a person sells two similar items or two similar things, one at a gain of, say, for example X% and another at a loss of, say, for example X%, then the sellers always incurs in a loss given by this equation, other loss percentage সমান common loss or common gain. Two gain, that means common two gain, 2 times loss, that means 2 times common loss, divided by 10 whole square. We can say common loss, 2 common loss X, or we can say 2 common gain X, that means X by 10 whole square. Have a look on our formula number 13 given by Roman number system. If a trader professes to sell his goods at cost price but uses false weights, a trader or a seller wants to sells his goods at his cost price, but he wants to use or he uses false weight, then what will be happen in gain percentage? Gain percentage happen will be error divided by error. How many error? Suppose he per 100 gram the seller wanted to use false weight by paying their customer 90 gram. That means he saves 10 grams. On this, by this formula or this equation, his gain percentage will be error divided by true value. True value may be 100 taka minus error. Error below, how much error? 100 taka for 100 grams, that means 10 grams for 10 taka. That means here percentage will be error, suppose error 10 taka, total 100 taka true value minus error value 100, 10 taka for 10 gram into error percentage 100 will be his gain percentage for his false weight, for a seller or a trader. Please have a look on our 14th number formula. If a seller or a trader professes to sell his goods at a profit of X%, but uses false weights which is Y% less than the actual weight, then in regarding this type of question, what will be our gain percentage? Our gain percentage will be X plus Y divided by 100 minus Y, the actual Y%. How many actual percentage less will be deduct from 100, and X% is false weight plus Y% less than his actual weight. X plus Y divided by 100 minus Y into 100. This is the formula for solving this type of question, which will maybe come in front of us in our future classes or these classes. Okay. Let's have a look on our 15 number formula. If a trader or a seller professes to sell his goods at a loss of X% but uses false weights which is Y% less than the actual weights, then gain or loss percentage will be Y minus X divided by 100 minus Y into 100. Why? Because Y is before X, because Y percent is less than the actual weight. Y minus X divided by 100 minus Y into 100. According as the sign plus VE minus VE. Thanks for watching. Keep your eyes on. Our first example is going to become very soon. Our first example, first example number 1. Samsung sold a mobile phone at the cost price of 1950 taka at a loss of 25%. At what cost will Samsung have to sell it to get a profit of 30%? First of all, Samsung incurred loss, then we have to identify at a profit percent of 30%. Okay, here is the solution. Case 1, what happened? Stop over. Samsung incurs a loss 1950 taka divided by 25% loss, that means 75. How 75 comes? 100 is our total percentage minus 25, 75% loss into 100. equals to our cost price is 2600, but Samsung has already a loss of 25%. That means the difference between the 2600 and 1950 taka is his total loss. Now go to the case number 2. Hereby we need to identify 30% profit. 30% profit or loss. Always reckon on what? Reckon on cost price. Here cost price is 2600. 1950 taka is selling price, not cost price. Cost price we identify already 2600. Now 2600 into 30%, we need to gain 30% profit. Then 30 divided by 100, or directly 130% into 100. তবে সে 3380 দেখলাম না, কত দেখলাম? Okay. Now our example number, now our result will be 2600 into 130%, that means 30% profit, that means 130% divided by 100, 3380 taka. So check out this number divided by 2600, subtraction from 3380, 000 8 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 780. How 780 comes? 2600 into 30 divided by 100. By solving this equation, we may be 260 into 3, 780. This examination is shortly introduced here. 2600 into 130 divided by 100. 30% means 30% means 780. 780 plus 2060 equals to 3380. 2060 plus 780 equals to 3380. What will be your method? Result will be the same as 3380 is the final result. Dada Solvo, it's okay. 5 seconds, then I need to say something. Stop us. Thank you so much, all of you, for your patience watching. Here our electricity has already gone. We are in Bangladesh. We are from Bangladesh. Please pray for us as a whole Bangladesh and me and Royal Media, and keep watching on Royal Media. Our next math classes will be more interesting, and our part 2, whenever we will be able to complete our part 1, at least 30 to 40 classes, then we will start, we are going to start part 2 classes. In part 2 classes, there you may be able to find some mathematics in medium range. Then in the final class, or the fourth class or third class or the fourth class, you will be able to have questions like tough questions or hard question. Till then, goodbye. Please pray for us, pray for me. Please keep me in your prayer. Thank you all so much. Thanks from Royal Media, Russell Ahmed, Royal Media, Bangladesh.